When I first started this class, I was fairly confident in my ability as a speaker. I thought that this class would be an easy A, and that it would not require any real work. Now that we're drawing towards the end of it, I'm starting to realize just how wrong my first assumption was. We've learned so much and come so far, and yet we've barely scratched the surface of what it means to be a communicator. From what we have learned, I've decided that the terms communication, interpretation, and commitment are the most important because they paint the picture of what a communicator should be. A confident communicator will have the ability to interpret another speaker's work. According to Chapter 2 of the Seller, Biel, and Mazur text, interpretation is the assigning of meaning to stimuli. We do this by making connections in our everyday lives, whether it be through conversations with our friends or loved ones, whether it be from our personal lives or our upbringing. Each of these factors kind of influence the other, and it kind of influences our interpretation of words and meaning within communication. In my own words, interpretation is the assigning of meaning or the understanding of what is being said or implied at that time. The way I understand a term might not be the same way you understand a term. As Catherine E. Eldon stated in her essay, Interpreting and Understanding, the determinacy we found would then result from the fact that I assign one interpretation to the word tyrant, while you assign another, Eldon. Though I believe the ability to interpret what is being said is important, there's so much more that goes into the communication process as a whole. As students and employees, we are constantly communicating back and forth with each other, but that doesn't mean we understand what communication is. We communicate on a daily basis, but I do not think we realize that communication is more than just talking aloud. According to the Seller, Biel, and Mazur text, communication is the simultaneous sharing and creating of meaning through human symbolic interaction. This allows humans to make meaningful connections with each other. It allows us to make friends with strangers and people that we just never communicate with on a daily basis. According to the text, communication is complex and challenging. It is critical to making connections in all of our relationships. But this does not just mean friendships or romantic relationships or work relationships. It means relationships with everyone we talk to on a daily basis or everyone we talk to in normal life, whether that be somebody you're really good friends with or somebody you're complete strangers with. I think communication is this using spoken language to express our thoughts and our opinions and using our bodies to convey emotions that we can't say aloud. According to Cami Young from theworldpress.com, more than 90% of nonverbal communication is used. Within that portion, 55% comes from body language. What she's saying here is that our voice and our face don't always express what we're feeling inside. If I were to walk up to you and smile and hold my hand out and say, "Hi, I'm Josie Hull," and I shake your hand and I'm smiling at you and being nice, you might think I am a nice person or friendly or just somebody you could trust. If I were to cross my arms and glare at you, you might think I'm hostile. If I'm getting right up in your face with it, you might think I'm a pushy person. It kind of just depends, once again, on your interpretation of what that person is trying to communicate. Although communication is not a simple term to define, it is still a vital part of the whole. In fact, there cannot be a confident communicator without communication first taking place. The two go hand in hand, and they require the other one to continue. I think that is why this next term means so much to me, because I really like it when two things fit together like a puzzle. When I listen to a speaker, I am looking for somebody who feels strongly about what they are talking about, who, no matter what they say or do, stands behind their work. And that is why I think commitment is important when it comes to speaking. According to the Seller, Biel, and Mazur text, commitment is the desire of group members to work together to complete a task to the satisfaction of the entire group. They think commitment comes from the interpersonal attractions we form with others, and that without it, groups would soon fall apart and break off into singles, and the entire point would be lost in that situation. I would have to disagree with this. I do not think commitment has to do with group work at all. I think it has to do with how you personally feel about your work. If you can stand up behind your work and say, hey, I'm proud of my work, even when others tell you you're wrong, I think that starts you on the path to becoming a confident speaker. You garner respect and support for your work if you are able to say, I am proud. And I think you are just ultimately more successful in life and in your own work. This class has taught me a lot about communication and what it means to be a good communicator. It has helped me to realize that though I have come this far, there's still so much more to do. We communicate every second in our daily lives, but that does not mean that we are confident communicators. The terms interpretation, communication, and commitment will help you to become a better speaker and more confident in your work, as they have helped me become more confident with mine. I'm not saying that I'm a perfect speaker. I know I still have a long ways to go. And that is why, as we come to a close with this class, I'm going to take these skills I have learned and continue to use them in my everyday life to help better my relationships with my friends, family, and coworkers, and to help me better understand my world. Thank you.